Coming to you in a live recording from the electronic device that you just pushed play on via the speakers within that electronic device. This is the Hard Earned Tip with your host Dan Hips Chookveld. Fair dinkum audio. What a way to start us off. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon and good night to you. Welcome to the 87th Hard Earned Tip. Yes, we got that in time there, audio, as we start to legitimise and monetise and substantialise your hard-earned tip as it comes to you thick and fast live here on, what do you know, thehard-earnedtip.com. And we thank you for joining us live, of course, via livestream.com/thehard-earned-tip. You can also catch us on the app there, or if you've got those mobile devices, you can, of course, catch us live through our website, even via that little Safari thingo. As we plough on through, we've got a absolute wrapped-up show for you. And, yes, poking out the sides, it is. I don't write them, I just read them. It's plenty of... Well, we've got a bit of internet news for you for the first time in a while. A bit of an entertainment report coming up. Whether or not we'll have Pixie Vet for that one, of course, remains to be seen. And, yes, we've got a full card for you. 3 sports spread right across the globe. And a tip, basically, in every particular market for you. We've got every bit of the action covered. And, yes, speaking of action, we'll have, of course, a little snapshot highlight of what we brought you in our other production here on the hardearnedtip.com during the week. It was, of course, the return of the ever-faithful Chooks, and what a return it was. We won't spoil that for you, should you have not caught up with that one. And back swinging to the electronic phases here on the internet. We are, of course, going to update you on what is unravelling before your eyes, re vis-a-vis the website. It's unbelievable stuff, going gangbusters. And what about that forum? Is there something doing there for you too, of course. So we hope certainly by the hope of the NHL season. And yes, we'll have more on that coming up. It's all exciting stuff. Right here on the Hard Earned Tip and audio, you've got to keep this under a certain amount of seconds, so good luck with that. Well, it is the 7th of March here, and I was about to tick over to the 8th as we are 38 past 11 in the PM here in ye olde Sydney townie. Same past 12 there in the PM in, of course, London and the rest of the UK. And, well, you can tick 5 hours back there for New York and a further 3 for LA. Good morning, America. We thank you for joining us. Awesome. Audio. Yes, he's got time differentials to work on now as things start to get serious. Sit down, Kenny. We'll save you for tomorrow night. As, yes, we've, of course, got Watter Wednesday to cover for you today also. Forgot to slip that in there in the intro feature. And we'll cover all the NHL standings and what will wrap up in, well, in 21 minutes, I can say, here today in ye olde Sydney townie. But, of course, it will be over at the Adelaide Oval. That's midway through the country, should you not be familiar, down south of the great southern land. And at the top of the Great Australian Bight there, you'll find the capital of South Australia, Adelaide. And the Adelaide Oval will be hosting the third, yes it was needed, the third one-day final coming to you live, we hope, across the hardearnedtip.com. Now, once again, a network, and have you caught that 24-hour loop stream? It's going gangbusters, as I say, right up there on the top of the homepage. And well done to the innovation gurus here, innovating your investment. It's unbelievable stuff. Oh, yes, I stuffed it up, audio. But that's all right. You've got other things to work on. Don't worry about me right now. As I say, I will continue on his proverbial there, because he's got time thingos to work out now as things start to heat right up. As I say, more on that, plenty more on that coming up in the broadcast. I hope you're not doing what I think you're doing there, audio. It was an all big balls up there during Chooks, and apologies once again for that first half. But never fear, because the Chook was here, and we delivered in that second half. I didn't read that one, I just wrote it in midair. Yes, brilliant stuff. Mike Sheldon, thank you. Shut up, audio. Look, you've got serious stuff to do. Kenny helping. Yes, we've got full card in the sport, as I say. That's coming up, but everything you need to know to, of course, get a hold of us, and he's got to do this bloody quickly, because we're getting to that later. But how would you like to contact us? You can do so at any time, live throughout the global day, or otherwise, about your any particular anywho tips, ideas, opinions, or as I say, otherwise. This will take on board anything, all to do with your hard-earned dollar. This money revolves around it all, don't you know? We do cover it all right here on the tip. You can, of course, contact us after he gets it. Yes, thank you, Farnsey. Oh, you can go a bit longer on this one, audio. Well, to a certain extent there, Farnsey, because, of course, underneath that Contact Us tab, what do you know, you'll be able to contact us via a variety of forms there, audio. Of course, the feedback form, it's got a variety of things you can do on it, just on its own right. Of course, audio clips, video clips, you can send us your own fan-dangled fancies, and of course, if it's passing of the censorship tests, we'll put it up there for you if the public would find it worthy. Rightio, we've got, or if they don't, we don't give a stuff. Yeah, thank you, audio. We've got that feedback form, and of course that forum going bang, gangbusters once again. We'll have more on that coming up, but of course those 3 categories newly inserted in there for you. And yeah, I've just about got mine together. We tossed one out there to the gnome during Chooks. I beg your pardon, gnome, not the gnome. It's the goose. Where is the goose? Car 54, where are you? Prank call coming your way soon, live here on the hardearnedtip.com. Now, once again, a network. Thank you, audio. And, of course, what about this? You can call us at any time via your PC mic, free of charge, from wherever you are on the planet across your global day. And it's unbelievable. Innovation inspiring your investment here on the hardearnedtip.com. You can contact us via Windows Live Messenger. Chookfeld at thehardearnedtip.com is your best way to search for us there. And of course, it's banging and on the ship in the last week. It is, of course, we've joined the millennium. Welcome, Skype listeners. You can call us via Skype. The microphone there on your PC or laptop, free of charge. As I say, simply look for Chookfeld. Easiest way to do it on that one. Farnsey. No, we're not, but you're going to have to there, Farnsey, because he's on time restraints, coming to us for the first time since, I think, the first broadcast there, so back some 2 years ago, audio, here in the 87th broadcast after our some 13-month break. And I've got to start doing that too, because we did have that brilliant season of Chooks, where we finished a place not worth mentioning in between our grand final campaign and what we had come to us on Monday night. We'll get to that in just a second, because there's plenty to be said about that as we start to furthermore infect the internet. Yes, we're tubing to you via YouTube, and I'm sure that'll get a mention in the intro tomorrow. And yes, well, hello to you. Oh, triple figures. It's unbelievable stuff. Put up there yesterday morning, apparently, and going great guns. The Chooks first broadcast, Wabbit Season, it's called. You can, of course, find it there on YouTube, or search for us, The Hard Earned Tip. It's got its own channel, don't you know? I think he's timed it to perfection there. I think you had 2 seconds on the clock. Brilliant stuff by you, audio. But more importantly, without further ado, we will get to what's important for your global day. As far as the tips go, how are you going to do this, audio? It's scattered all over the shop right now. But what your hard-earned dollar needs to know for the day, this will be good. On time restraints. Thank you, audio. 16 minutes to midnight here in ye olde Sydney townie, and plenty of time to get on these first ones here for you. You've in fact got bang on, what do you know, bang on 7 hours. Thank you, Mick. That's what we'll do, and they've just about timed it again to perfection, those smoking chimps there on the typewriters, because I tell you what's happened here. They got it bang on our last broadcast. They had that time marked up there just as a guesstimate. They don't actually, they're not supposed to do it. We're supposed to do it there when we're broadcasting audio, but they just type it in as a thing, and I think we'll have to make it some sort of office lottery, because they got oh so close once again, and if we hadn't gibbered for so long, they would have got that 11.42 in there, now 11.45, as I dribble on for another further minute there, audio. Supercharging. We'll bring that to you shortly. But we are kicking off with the tips for you, and grab the pens, third pick special for the day in the Soccer Man over there in the land of Uck. Yes, you need a chance to capitalise right now, and as I say, 7 hours to get on this one. We're going to the English Championship, and should you be a regular, you know we've been following this particular one. Brighton and Hove Albion hosting in fact, Cardiff City in the first one for the day. In the Soccer Man, we're centering array. It's the result, Brighton and Hove Albion, $2.40 with Centrebet, $2.20 there with TAB Sportsbet on your third pick special for the day. And no, we'll lay off her for the moment. Yes, come back to a supercharged broadcast for one of those I'd expect. Subconsciously. Brighton Hove taking on Cardiff, same game, different tip for you. Keep that pen in hand. It's your second pick special for the day coming here. It's the draw no bet option. Brighton and Hove is the tip, $1.72 with Centrebet. That particular option, market not listed with TAB Sportsbet. Of course, audio, 1 second. Well, I tell you what, listen right up, because you can get on right now with our punting partners at any time. The prices we quote and bag them. Bag them while you can get the best, because affecting the internet, as I say, these prices are, well, we do push them down once. Let me give you the tip, but really start to swing things now. The way this snowballs, unbelievable stuff. I'm shocked, audio. I'm shocked. We'll get to that later. $1.72 with Centrebet. Not offered with TAB Sportsbet, your second pick special for the day, should you have lost track of what the frickin' hell's going on here. It's Brighton and Hove Albion. They're the tip. Rightio, two options there, your second and third pick. The result option, best price $2.40, and the draw no bet, $1.72 there. It's your only option on that draw no bet with Centrebet. Plenty of punting promotions, mind you. Thank you, audio. I'll finish off that little read. Plenty of punting promotions for you spread right across our pages. No matter what your punting poison, of course, snag your little collect before you start today via those links spread right across our pages. And, of course, plenty of other things there for you. We'll get to our other affiliates later. And we've had a bit of a change there. Right, same game, different tip once again. Plenty of them for you, so we'll move on through quickly and wait for audio to get something else wound up. Another 6 seconds of glory, no doubt. Brighton and Hove. They are the first half tip at $3.10 with Centrebet, and once again that particular market not offered with TAB Sportsbet. They've kept the options slim on this one, just that English Championship game. They do open them right up for the Premier League. Rightio, once again same game, different tip, this time the half-time full-time option, and just for that first half winner, keep in mind $3.10 for Brighton to be leading at half-time. Half-time, full-time, of course, Brighton into Brighton to be leading at both half-time and full-time. Well, you've got the 10-4, big buddy. Audio. Yes. All right, now you're done. 10-4, big buddy. On the Centrebet option there with Brighton into Brighton. And once again, market not offered with TAB Sportsbet. That could be... I won't get into it. That could be a good thing, though. So tune in for a supercharged during the weekend. Radio, right. Thanks, audio. First team to score, same game, different tip once again. That's Brighton Hove. What do you know? $1.92 with Centrebet, not offered with TAB Sportsbet, and we've taken them as a single tip for the last team to score as well. What do you know? If it's a 1-0 game, do the math yourself. $1.90 your price on that one. They've dropped 2 cents off the interest there for you. And, well, here we go, wrapping things up for you, and a bit of odds here. We've got our first goal scorer tip, rarely included, let me tell you, but this one, Barnes is the tip. Ashley Barnes for Brighton, $7 with Centrebet, and once again, not offered with TAB Sportsbet. Same on this next option, same bloke, different tip. We've got him to score, Barnes at $2.75 with Centrebet, your only option there, as we move on through to the only option in the ice hockey for the day. Audio. He's getting us in trouble, I fancy. And we'll get to what's going on with that in, well, possibly in the next segment. We'll of course take that audio break in a few moments' time as we get through this card. Audio, you still got it there. Oh dear, he's doing reruns. Come on, call management. Get the understudy on the freaking phone. Fair dinkum. Oh, audio. We've had words about this before. As he continues to hit at the makeshift host. Rightio, moving on through. That's wrapping up that card as we come to the ice hockey, and you've got plenty of time here. Some 11 hours and 39 minutes. Nearly let one out of the gate there. It's Toronto. The Maple Leafs are at Pittsburgh, and surely. Now look, I said this on the last broadcast. They won by one. We had them at the line, Pittsburgh, after they had that, what was it, 8-1 drubbing a few weeks back. Who'd they get up over? I can't remember. So many options we've had for you and so many winners. We might cover a little glimpse of our results department. As I noticed, they've still got plenty to tabulate and calculate there, the calculatory mathematicians, but we will forgive them, as the gurus in the innovation department, the technicians, have been basically in control, and we don't mess with them. They're tough blokes. Audio. Nope. Oh, words at the break coming your way. Right, top pick special for the day in the meantime. It's serious stuff. Kenny, sit down. Serious stuff here. $2.40, your best pick with TAB Sportsbet. Take note, that's just shy of a blackjack price. Minus 1.5 the option. Pittsburgh Penguins to hold off and hopefully drub the Toronto Maple Leafs. Uh-oh, Canadian. Eh. Come on, we're on Winnipeg as far as Canadian teams go. Eh. It's moving over to the cricket now, thank you, audio. I tell you what, that's not a bad little segue by you, audio, with your comedy themes. Going for the Love Song Dedications broadcast. We've had a bit of trouble, as just indicated there. As far as these head-to-head tips go in the last 3 games, fair dinkum, we've been jumping ship. Oh, this tipping council, I tell you what, there's been brouhahas. There's nearly some fisticuffs. As, these head-to-head options, they got tipped right down to the wire. And, of course, the tipping council members from 7 to 9, sometimes with the 10th, depending if the basketball gets in there. But, of course, these ones have been right down the line. Split decisions just about, and the chairman's had to step in. And he's not well liked right now as far as the tipping council table goes, because I tell you what, it swung both ways 2 or 3 times. Australia taking on Sri Lanka in what is the much needed and will be much anticipated 3rd one-day series final. Of course, the one-day triangular series between Australia, Sri Lanka and India, who have gone back home. They're having a well-deserved break after a woeful summer that we've mentioned, and won't continue to do so, because this one, wrapping up the Australian summer of cricket. It should be a stellar clash there. Kenny, sit back down. And hopefully we will have it for you live in the stream at the top there of our homepage, thehardernetip.com, should you be catching us on, well, other places or mobile devices. It's your 4th pick special for the day here. We've swung back. We're on the Aussies to take it out. The final game, $1.77 with Centrebet, $1.70. Interesting price differentials there with TAB Sportsbet. Tony Greig moment coming in all and false during the cricket here. Well done, audio. 4th pick special for the day on the Aussies to take out the Commonwealth Bank one-day series in the final of, the 3rd final of the final series. $1.77, your best price on the 4th pick special. And that's following your top pick special there, back in the ice hockey with the Pittsburgh Penguins at that minus 1.5. Now, plenty of time to get on this cricket action, as we've got a raft of tips here for you. You've got some 14.5 hours, plenty of time for those of you across the global day. And once again, good morning, America. Yes, this will be coming to you in about 14 hours, 14.5 hours time. Keeping track. And, should you not be catching those, while we're on it, while I think of it, should you not be catching those times, all of our times, of course, posted in Sydney time, and we try to get, of course, the other major capitals up there around the world to you, if we unbiasedly include Sydney in there. If you want to convert our time to your time at any time, you know what to do. Simply click on the time. We've got that handy little link provided to you at the top of our homepage. Just a little handy little feature there for you. No affiliation, just something we thought you might like, and been there basically since the start. So where are we? Back to this serious stuff. It's the cricket final game, and yes, the grass will be mowed after we've been watching it. I tell you what, if you've just been watching the grass grow this summer, you've missed some cricketing action, and the one game I did miss, you've heard about it right here. It was the greatest one of the summer. India chasing down that Sri Lankan total. But I tell you what, it was nearly matched the other night. Ooh, they got up there, the Aussies, and nearly chased down by the Sri Lankans. It's been a bloody good series, this, and what a return this triangular series has had to the Australian shores after being departed for some 4 years. Right, getting back to it. Most runs in the Australian innings, $6.50 a price. About this bloke, Shane Watson. Of course, I tell you what a comeback it's been for him. He got some 64 in his second innings coming back after captaining in the first game. And his first game back, that is, and getting out dismally. Was it a duck? It was single digits. No, I think you'll find he got out for 1 or 2 there, Audio, in his first game back. But 64 in his second innings. And he's back, don't you worry. Shane Watson the tip for Aussie most runs. And $6.50, a good reason to get on it with Centrebet, or $5.50 there with TAB Sportsbet. As we move on down to the Sri Lankan side of things, oh, the gate has swung again. And yeah, Sri Lanka most runs, you ready for this? Get the classy drum roll happening, Audio. Thank you, classy stuff, classing it up right here on the tip. It's Dinesh Chandimal, we've gone back to him. Should you not have been following this? Had him about 3 or 4 games in a row. The tip was changed. We went down to Angelo Matthews, one down the batting order. And what do you know, Chandimal had a blinder. So anywho, it's been a bit like that this summer, with of course Davey Warner as well on the Australian side of things. And let's not put the mocker on ourselves there. Oh, hang on. What's happened here? I said Shane Watson. No, strike that. Strike that. Oh, we've had a stuff up here. Yes, lucky I got onto that, Audio, because there is a stuff up. Now, what else happened here? I don't know that we can blame the chimps, because he was suggested. He was the second place tip for the Australian most runs, Shane Watson, but that's the wrong price. So let's just strike that. Shane Watson was not the tip. Australia most runs. Mike Hussey, your tip in this one. What do you got, Audio? That's really good timing by you once again, Audio, and the senses required. Moving on through, as we tend to do in the do-do way that we do the do-do. Yes, Hussey most runs, $6.50 with Centrebet and $5.50 with Sportsbet there. Fair income, Audio. On Australia most runs, I think we've got some dissension amongst the tipping council, Audio. I tell you what, I was watching that Moneyball, speaking of dissension, I was watching Moneyball yesterday. That's not a bad flick. You know, what was the other one? Contagion, I'll watch after that. That's not a good flick. No. It's got a good cast. But what was doing there? Audio? Thank you, Audio. 5th pick special for the day. Sticking with the cricket, and I don't mind this one. I think the chairman had a bit to do with late minute insertion here. And sticking with the cricket, Australia most wickets. Now, we haven't had this option all summer. I don't think, I tell you what, we'll be going back a year or two since we've had any tip in the most wickets category. But Binger, we all like Bing Lee, and Brett Lee, the tip for most wickets for the Australian side of things in this third one-day final. $4.75 with Centrebet, your best price, or $3.75. What's doing there with TAB Sportsbet on your 5th pick special for the day? Oh, cover your ears. Thank you, Audio. Highest opening partnership, and yes, Australia the tip. Now careful, because we do change things up a bit down here at the bottom, just in case you might say, much like the way was covered, so I thought, but yes it is. It's covered there in the bat, so if you stick to what we've gone with here, I don't want to say you're a certainty, but you're pretty good odds on getting one of these tips, should you stick with the strategy put forward here on the card. Pretty much all I'm allowed to say. Highest opening partnership, and it is the Aussies. $1.90 with Centrebet. Stick with us here. $1.85 with TAB Sportsbet. And moving on through, we've got plenty of other action and away from Sporting Circles to bring you coming up live. Stand by for that and in the recording. And hello to our friends tubing to them, tubing to you on YouTube. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, we're mobile too, audio, all over the shop. Oh, we'll get back to that. It's the yeah, same game, different tip. After 15 overs, so when you measure them up, each side of the innings after the 15 over run rate there, 15 over mark I should say. Yeah, we've gone for Australia once again. $1.90 your price with Centrebet. This market not offered with TAB Sportsbet. But after 15 overs, Australia to have a higher score than what Sri Lanka will when it gets to their side of the equation. And wrapping up the cricket, wrapping up the card for the day as it is now past midnight, 8th of March, here in Oz. And we'll welcome you to it when you get here. Hoping to be a lovely day once this torrential rain buggers off. And it has stopped. I do note out the recording bunker window. Of course, this global warming concern. Our dams are full. Well, they would be because we built the desal plant at 1.5 billion. Getting to the tips. Thanks, audio. Hey, we weren't letting him. He's back. All right, Sri Lanka. Now stick with this. Of course, following through that card, it's all been the Aussies, but Australia taking on Sri Lanka. What about this one to finish it off? Most sixes. Don't get it up, audio. And I refer to a song. Well, there's some sick puppies out there already. You've got to clarify some things. Yeah, we'll have to be careful if the tea lady comes in, because the censors. Yeah. Right, $3 with Centrebet, $2.75 with TAB Sportsbet. Your price on Sri Lanka, most sixes. That's the tip. Going against Australia to win it and basically clean up in every other market. Sri Lanka for most sixes, at triple your money there, your best price with Centrebet. And that's the card for the day. We'll wrap things up and get set to take a break. Plenty of other stuff to bring you as we come back. And we welcome you back. Second segment. Well done, audio. And yes, we come back to you with it absolutely teeming down here in ye olde Sydney townie, the only dam here in the metropolitan area, mind you. Overflowing for the first time in 14 years. And we've got a bloke in down here in Oz called Professor Tim Flannery, who some 5 years ago, I think you'll find it was 2007, 2006, don't quote me, was given the Australian of the Year award based on his predictions that would be out of water by 2009, I think he said. Well, it's 2012. Should you be following us here on the tip, we're trademarking that one. 2012 is the year we change it all. 2012 becomes 2012. And yeah, you might be able to catch that here. Actually, we can. I'll just carry the microphone over here to the recording bunker window. This is unparalleled. This coming to you live radio. You wouldn't have it any other way. As I cover the microphone, so that's incredible stuff. Well done, Chook. Yeah, absolutely puzzling down. And we thank you for joining us. What have we got for you? What have we got for him, audio? Been a while since we had a game in Japan just quietly. We have had the odd one. Rugby sevens, and of course, yeah, the odd game of baseball there. That was some time back. But of course, we cover it all for you here on the tip. Sporting circles, financial matters, and otherwise, all your other anywho, because it all tends to do with your hard-earned dollar. And yes, we cover it all. As we get to this, and a bit of a fun one here for you. Still sticking with the sporting circles. But of course, and thank you, audio. Yes, you'll have to close that. Thanks very much. Sharing the screen here on the Motherload control panel since coming back to you from our break. It wasn't really a break because we had Chooks last year. That was good stuff. No, it wasn't. Anywho, yes, But last week is where it all changed. Well, this week rather. Monday night it was when we brought you live in the little box that you push play on to catch this stuff. Yes, it was unbelievable fashion via the AEV audio and video, we call that in the biz apparently, broadcast. And yes, we had quite a deliverance for you in the first round, let alone the big feature for the weekend as far as our unbiased coverage was concerned, where we brought you Chooks in the rivalry round for us in round one, kick-off to the NRL season, and it was brilliant stuff. Now, we have the tips there for you, and I'll go through them first, shall I? Just to build it up for you. And audio, you've got something else to build us up there for. That's yes, if you would please. We'll get that set now. That's unparalleled stuff right here. What's that, audio? I don't think we caught you with this heavy rain teeming down here in ye olde Sydney Townie. Hit him again, audio. I say hit him, audio. Oh, thank you. And yes, brilliant stuff it was. That's brilliant stuff by you, audio. Fair dinkum. Right. Yes, expert commentary and analysis coming through from our audio technician there. What did we have for you in the tipping card? As we do build this up, it was serious stuff for us Monday night. Supercharged we were. I say audio, fair dinkum. We're going to have a word to you. And yes, we're going to cover this other stuff for you as we get on the back end of this. But the South Sydney Rabbitohs, Rusty Crows Rabbitohs, don't you know, the Gladiator, were taking on the Sydney Eastern Suburbs Roosters. And the head-to-head tip was the option at a very healthy $2.20 with Centrebet, but a very healthier $2.30 with TAB Sportsbet, as it absolutely pummels down on the tiles of the recording bunker here in ye olde Sydney Townie. Well, it was your top pick special for the day there, the Chookies. Audio. Oh, he's just slow. He's terrible. This bloke went to radio school, keep in mind. Thanks. Yes, it was unbelievable stuff. We had the try bet tipped. Look, that was no good. Roosters +7. Or 7 plus, I should say. And $3.75, your best price there with TAB Sportsbet. It had slotted up onto the 5th pick special, considering there were only about 6 or 7 tips there for the one game. No, there was more than that. There was 10 to 12. And we'll go through them very quickly here for you. We had the Roosters 13 plus. Look, that was no good. The halftime, full-time. Roosters into the Roosters. That was close, but it was drawn at half-time. So that was no good at $3.50 with either agency there. Of course, our punting partners snag their prices at any time via the punting promotions spread right across our pages, no matter what you're punting, poison. And yes, the Roosters first to score. That was the tip at $2 double your money there with Centrebet, not offered by TAB Sportsbet. And we had who did we have for first try scorer there, audio? If you browse upon it for me, Sammy Perrott. That's right, brilliant stuff. And oh, it wasn't the best game by Sammy's standards. Sit down, Kenny. Yes, the Chooks double your money on the 4th pick special for the day. For that first to score, that's a goal kicked or try scored, field goal or whatever. And the Chooks got it with a first try to Tarsi. I tell you what, it was an interesting call with Tarsi up against Tarsi. And yeah, we'll follow this bloke with some interest because certainly debut for the Roosters there, I think you'll find on the wing for the... Well, how are you losing it, audio, for the Chookies? And as we... unbelievable innovation inspiring your investment right here on the tip. And you'll catch this madness spreading. It's infecting the internet. This stuff. Audio. Oh, messages. They're loving it. Well, brilliant stuff. Moving on through... Oh, we get a bit of it all happening. You can contact us at any time. Should you not be familiar, should you have missed the start, you can call us via your PC mic at any time. Get on the Skype, get on the MSN. It's what all the kids are using these days on the computers. And you can, of course, simply contact us via looking for Chookveld there on the Skype, or Chookveld at thehard-earned-tip.com over there on the MSN. Yes, ploughing on through these tips. Tarsi was well, good enough for our 4th pick special for the day. Of course, the Roosters getting up early there in that first half. Now, we won't ruin it for you, the conclusion of the game just yet, because we brought you that first half without audio. And that second half, we made up for it. Boy, howdy, don't you worry. It was the Roosters for the first half winner, and it slipped into the green category, but up there with an asterisk, because I tell you what, drawn at half time, we can give you that one. 12 all there. Now look, you got a little better than bank interest should you have taken the odds with TAB Sportsbet. $2.10 they were paying. When this happens in a head-to-head market, your return gets split, so that $2.10 becomes $1.05, and you made 5%. Congrats to you. Should you have gone with Centrebet, you made 1.5%. On the third pick special for the day, still slips into the wins category, but drags down that winning average price in that results category. Should you follow that? I tell you what, should you be following Moneyball, that brilliant movie with Brad Pitt? Oh, I really got into it. Yeah, well, this is right up your alley, up to the yin-yang with all the calculatory tabulations and mathematical what have you over there on the results page. The Roosters at that half-time line option, plus 1.5. It was 2.05 with Centrebet, and that 12-all scoreline there at the break was good enough for us. Now look, we'll cover this. We won't tell you what happened with it. You can catch the result on this one and the full-time score there for yourself in just a second as we bring it to you, I hope. Audio. South Sydney Rabbitohs taking on the Roosters in NRL round 1 it was. What a game. Last try scorer at the tip was Joseph Leilua out there on the wing. But as we cross to it, in this brilliant innovation, inspiring your investment, and a quick word here from a comment over there on the tubing to you. Thank you. What do we got here? Fair income. It was up, what, a few hours, is it, audio? Unbelievable. Apparently we're liked. Is that... Oh, that's not on the other things. No, that's just their own, is it? Brilliant stuff. Ah. They like us, audio. They really like us. Not 200, just 2. Great bloody call, according to McShawn Tomo, who was out there, apparently. And, yes, go, Minnie. As we get to it. And he was checking to see himself out there. I hope you caught yourself out there on the tape. You'll catch that, of course, on the tube coming to you. Just look for Chooks, round 1 action, Wabbit season. Right, thank you, audio. Have I given you enough time there? Look, should you have followed the tips, should you have missed what happened on Monday night, it doesn't take long to guide you through the result. Because there was 2.5 minutes left on the clock. It was the Bunnies leading 20 points to 12. And the Chook had just, well, called the miracle. He'd put the punter's curse on it in the hope that something would happen. The Roosters needing to score twice, mind you, trailing by 8 with 2.5 minutes left on the clock, as I say. Now, for those American and, well, non-followers of rugby league, the greatest game in the world, we don't have timeouts, we don't have breaks in between plays. 2.5 minutes is basically 2.5 minutes, and you'll catch what happened in, what do you know, this 2.5 minutes right now. Thank you, audio.
Sala charges up. He knows the direction. He's going forward and inside the 10. He gets up to play it.
20 rather, as he comes back to our man Arona. He's up towards the 10 now, centering the play. Just shy of the sticks and bang in front of them. That will be the second tackle. Oh, over the line. Here we go. It's not able to be put down, I wouldn't think. There's going to be fisticuffs here. Weir Hargreaves copped a bit of a dirty one. He's not happy about it. Numbers coming in. Oh, finally some action. The clock's still ticking, sir. Blow your friggin' whistle and do something useful. Let them go on. Stop the clock. We've got 2 minutes left. It's still ticking. Thank you. Try awarded after he let 20 seconds go. Time is a factor. I don't know if you know, sir. But we've got a minute left on the clock, and the Roosters need to score again. But you just stand there with your thumb up your bum. Fair dinkum. We're allowed to say that, because... yeah, not really. Weir Hargreaves with his first for the season, and that was a good one. A nice, solid breaking the wall down type, yes, computer power type stuff, breaking down the wall. We've got a 2-point game here, and if anyone was going to give this game up, it'd be South Sydney. We've got a minute and a half left, in fact, as, well, it should have been 2 minutes, sir. Oh, funking things up, audio, brilliant stuff. Radio, the kick downfield. And
just to be clear, the Chook, the fired up Supercharged Chook, he did say funk, F-U-N-K.
The Roosters needing 90 metres in 1 minute. And, well, if anyone can do that, that's the Roosters. In there at acting half, it's Mitchell. He feeds it one out to the left to the try scorer. Weir Hargreaves now muscling him up towards the 30 and carrying him around the neck.
So, audio, if we just get you to freeze frame right there as some call the roll-on deodorant would do, if we get you to freeze frame right there, tea lady in accompaniment. Thought we had a notepad there joining us, but no, it's a refreshing cup of brew. But right, as we freeze it right there, should you not be familiar with what's going on in this greatest game ever, in the greatest game ever, I tell you what, we've got 40 seconds left as we're just replaying what happened to our call on Monday night. And, yeah, a little one slip there. 40 seconds left. Second tackle will rejoin you with the action. The Roosters trailing by 2, and we can't bring you that the vision of it, but of course, should you want to, catch Chooks, the page in its own right on the website, the hard-earned tip there. You'll find it underneath the show's tab. Of course, you can find it there, tuning to you. Spread right across the pages, infecting the internet. But back to this, the replayed action. We've got 40 seconds left. I hope you enjoy this drama. Come on, audio, get us going, will you, son? It comes right now. It was, yes, here we go again, out towards the left. Comes back to our man Arona. Through the hands to Pearce. We've got numbers out here to the right. Look out, South Sydney. Here come the Roosters to Orbison. He's got numbers on the inside. That's gone to corner. Hello, hello. Who's chasing through? It's Minicello. Rooster under the post. Cop that, buddies. I called it. Yes, call it name, get that up you too. And in the meantime, we're going to the video to absolutely shoot down the Chook if this one isn't awarded. Oh, what a decision with 10 seconds left on the clock. Coming for the video referee. Who have we got up in the box, audio? Can you tell us? Oh, get something for us. The Roosters down like a set of pins there. It's a strike. And, yes, I'll tell you what, there'll be 25,000 people getting on the train and heading home. Pretty sour grapes, I'd reckon, after this one, at their home ground, supposedly, out here at Homebush, fair dinkum. What about this? Round 1, is it? You wouldn't know about it because here comes the Minicello Express. Forget the Hayne train. This bloke, he's flying literally. Oh, takes the grand final defending Matty King with him. And fair dinkum, he's got a couple as Matty King. He knows how to stop it. And Minicello just dead set. He's breezed through them all. Oh, can we have another replay? That was great. Roosters! Yeah, so that was our coverage from the other night. And if you want to catch it, if you want to catch the highlights of it, as I say, the Chooks page on our website, thehardearnedtip.com, and you'll catch what some nasty man did there wearing a Souths jersey. What's that you got, Chook? We attract the best. Stewie, Brian, and of course Hulk Hogan. Don't forget him. And let me give you the tip. It got those next couple of minutes. Thank you, audio. Those next couple of minutes, they got into something there. Thank you. Yes, you can take that.
Back on the inside, and the steam train chasing through. Oh, that is the best you ever will see. 31 years of age and still going strong. 10 years after clinching the Roosters' first grand final in some 26 years. The Roosters have just shot the Scheisenhausen out of Rusty Crow's South Sydney Rabbitohs. And what a comeback. Down by 8 for most of this second half. Oh, dance it up.
And yes, I tell you what, that's where you'd want to tune in, right there, because that's where the good stuff started to happen. Magic does happen here on live radio, audio, visual formats, coming to you, infecting your internet and mobile devices. We are dead set everywhere now, audio, as of course that is tubing to you. Unbelievable. And yes, you'll catch that there. Simply look for Chooks Chooks Wabbit Season, or get onto our page, Chooks Chooks, there on the website, thehardernedtip.com, which is, as we cross to it, going great guns right now as far as the innovation stakes go. It's, well, you've seen it for yourself there up on the top of the homepage. Things are happening, man. And, oh yeah. Oh no. What do you got for us there, audio? That's not what I think it is it? Oh dear.
He says he loves me all the time. He calls me 15 times a day. He likes to make sure that I'm fine. You know, I've never met a man who's made me feel...
Well, working on time restraints tonight, audio, because we're keeping in the ballpark as far as the rules go. As far as we've read them. Unbelievable stuff right here. And yes, getting over to other matters now. We're continuing the fun stuff as we get on through to our next break, which I'm waiting upon someone to tell us when that'll be. But of course, yes, you can catch these broadcasts likewise tubing to you on the YouTube. It's out there. And and well, so we're out there, Jerry, and we're loving every minute of it as we come to you live and in the recorded fashion. Now also on your mobile devices, you'll catch that via the website, and yet those video features slipped in there for you. Well, in particular, these daily-ish ones, so you can get the thick and fast action as far as the daily-ish tips go. Of course, the best in the business as far as 24 hours of tips go in the free category. I don't know what... I don't know how you're going out there, you punters that are paying for tips, and apparently there's plenty of you. I found a couple of auction websites for fair dinkum. Don't know what their sort of crowds are, but they do get traffic through there, audio, as we cross to our internet thingo. Oh, rightio, brewing stuff by you, audio. Timing things nicely, I hope. As, well, I've just heard one of the hard-earned tip dancers go past the recording bunker door there, out past into the green room. Have we got the PI on out there? It's unbelievable stuff here. The technological department, they've rigged up the green room with the PA system. Trouble is, we haven't trained the people to find the on switch, and that being worked on, along with other things right here at the tip. And right now, we're, along with that tubing to you, we're here to tell you about other stuff on the site right now. You can advertise in your own right, in our own right, on our site at any time via a variety of means. And, well, all the details, get in contact with our advertising team. You'll find them under, what do you know, the advertising tab on the website, thehardernedtip.com. And, of course, there's a variety, as I say, of packages there, which you can spread right across our pages, no matter what to your fancy. We've got, of course, I don't want to steal it from them. Don't want to steal the thunder of the advertising department, because they're working on a cut. And... But yes, plenty of packages you can snag yourself for just a couple of cents. And I'll tell you what, well, a couple of dollars. Brilliant stuff. Oh, it is, starting as low as $1. Starting as low as... Well, I wasn't expecting that. Jeez, we're selling ourselves. We're going cheaply too. Yes, handing out the best of the freebies to you. And of course, that crosses us over to our other for affiliates. We've had something brewing there, audio, but I think it's been sorted now with the powers that be in what I think now is the #1 company in the world as far as market capitalisation goes. And do your own math there. But yeah, I think we've sorted that one out. And but we still need to thank them down the bottom of the page there, on the home page, of course. And we've still got a little thank you there for our original major sponsors looking to fill that spot right now. So if you want to do so, you can get involved with the advertising team, or simply email them if you're catching this, spread across the other variety of sources. advertising at thehard-earned-tip.com. Easy stuff there. Advertising at thehard-earned-tip.com to get in contact with our advertising team. If you want to spread some links across our pages, insert your banners or whatever, any anywho, as we tend to do. Radio, yeah, get on to other site matters here. And I told you about this a couple of days back on our last broadcast. I told you about it on Chooks when we had Gnome and Songette joining us via Skype, via the digital airwaves, the microwaves. We've of course got those three categories up and running, and coming to you underneath that contact us tab. Oh, we're getting late here. Early morning stuff here in the oldie Sydney Townie. But at the bottom of that contact us tab, you will of course find our, it's constantly forming forum. Get that out 3 times real quick. And yes, who wrote that? The NHL Stanley Cup selections, of course, we're after your Quinella tip. Who will play against who and who will take it out? And first one to get in there with the right selection. We think there may be something down the track for you. Likewise, and nothing major, just a little something to say you're special. And of course, down the track, we've got the NRL season. It's just kicked off, round 1, but the earlier you get in, the better it'll be for you. Should you get that quadrilla tip correct, you might say it is. We're going for your top 4 in order as far as you think they'll finish in the regular season. And yes, that was Pixie Thep. We'll grab her. Oh, haven't we just? Doesn't shut up when the microphones are off, and then unbelievable stuff. But yeah, we'll get her. Cruising around out past the recording bunker door right now. And absolutely teeming here in ye olde Sydney Townie. Busting roof tiles right now. This rain is fat with a PH. Thanks, audio. Oh, loving your stuff and coming to you live across your global day and through your electronic and mobile devices of the like. I don't think that makes sense. But either way, we're taking a break because I think we need one. This is the Hard Earned Tip, 87th show. We'll give you that little audio feature in the split and you'll even cop a commercial. We'll be right back in the meantime with more for you on site concerns and other internet matters. We're infecting you on the 87th broadcast. This is the Hard Earned Tip on thehard-earned-tip.com. We are back with you as we come around to the top of the hour, 1 a.m. here in ye olde Sydney Townie. Doing the arvo for those of you in the land of Uck, and of course 5 hours pinned behind there. Good morning to you, the east coast of America, top and bottom, and Canada, and muchos gracias to you, those south of the border. What have we got for you? Audio. Trying to time things nicely here as we plough on through in the newly formed format that we're tending to do by the look of things after what failed us the other night. The old control, the old recording device, it's gone the way of the dodo. Your dodo? Audio? Yes, major issues. A couple of shows back to back there, in fact, in the audio department after we've been racking him since coming back from our break. Okay, so you know what it is, or what it was, still is, for the west of you across the world. That's right, it's Watter Wednesday, Cooper. And yes, we will plough on through it. Because I tell you what, yeah, now Thursday here in the old Sydney Townie, and absolutely Pouring. Yes, we've got the Rangers leading us off in the Eastern Division. We are going through the ice hockey standings here for you right now. And as I say, the Rangers holding them off and then some. And at the top, and by a long way, 91 points. The New York Rangers. They're my team. You are kidding. Right, Boston, somehow holding off second spot there. Of course, they do that by way of the division there, but sitting in third. Likewise, Florida back on some 74 points. Boston on that 81. As we come out to fourth spot, and this is where it gets interesting, the Penguins up there in fourth on 83 points. Thought you had something for us there, would you? Philadelphia in fifth, and they're on 81. As we get that for you there, they're all on 65 by the look of it, that top five. Sitting down in sixth on fair dinkum. Sitting down on 66. It's the New Jersey Devils on 79. On 78, we have in seventh, Ottawa. And back there on 72, oh, that's our Canadian team, eh? As he's segueing nicely, brilliant. Yes, the Winnipeg Jets rounding off 8th spot there in the East on 72 points, just that one game clear of Washington, who do have one up their sleeve, sitting back on 70 in 9th spot and still in the hunt. We've got Tampa Bay and Buffalo, who have come from nowhere over the last week or two, sitting both on 68, having played those 66 games. And right down, it looks like I tell you what, you may even give the I tell you what, you'd be backing it in, but they are still a mathematical chance here, the New York Islanders, and they've had a bit of they're on a streak at the moment, a win of 2 in a row, but it's been a good couple of weeks for them, sitting down the ladder, of course, on 65 points, but as I say, they are within hunt, although you'd think not. But I'd say Buffalo and Tampa would be the best of the bunch there as far as long shots go. Toronto, you're kidding yourself. Carolina back on 64 in 14th spot, and just rounding them off for you, it's Montreal, the Canadiens, back in last in the East on 60. Well, that's what we're doing for you right now as we move on over to the West. And leading us off, St. Louis on par with the Rangers, 91 points. And well, there's a bit of a tight affair here as far as the standings go in the West. We've got Vancouver sitting on 90 points, just that 1 point back. And it's an interesting read when you go into it, because St. Louis on that winning streak of 2 and Vancouver a loss streak of 2. But sitting back in third, what about this? They're some way back, but they hold it, of course, through their divisional standings. It's Dallas on 77 points, but they have struck up 3 in a row here. And the Detroit Red Wings, fair dinkum, sitting back in 4th spot on 89. You'd expect them to be in the mix there, certainly, by the end of the regular season. But in fact, just checking who's behind them. It is Nashville, but they are 6 points back. Look, I'd have Detroit topping the West. I've called it. Detroit will top the West, I'm tipping. Yes. Tipping Council, formulate your opinions. But as far as playoffs go, you know where my thoughts lie on both sides of the card. Nashville, sitting in 5th spot on 83 points. Chicago, 4 points back on 79. In 7th spot we have Phoenix on 75, and capping off the top 8. Now this is surprising, San Jose down in 8th spot. They're hot and cold, they have been all season. And I'm just trying to look through the stats here as to where they have let themselves down. It's really hard to say. The last 10, certainly. Last 10, 2 wins, 7 losses, and 1 in overtime there. But moving down, still giving them a chance here. How? The LA Kings, I give them none. Sitting on 74, tied with San Jose there, but they've got a game up their sleeve, have the Sharks. And Colorado, a couple of games back, in fact, as far as games played goes, but sitting on 74 tied with the Sharks and the Kings. Well, I'll do the Kings, let me give you the tip, but San Jose, I think, might just hold off that 8th spot. Phoenix, however, not so sure. Right, moving on. We've got Calgary still in the hunt somehow on 72, and you can cut off the rest. The Ducks on 68, Minnesota 66, the Oilers on 58, and Columbus Blue Jackets, I apologise, they're back on 49. Oh, lovely stuff. As we get set to, yes, we'll wind down with a few things to finish for you on the way out. We're finishing strongly, audio. That's a good thing to do. Audio. Well, yeah, she'll set me off like a firecracker every time. As, tell you what, we'll get to that in just a second, side news for you, and there's like plenty to get through there. But what have we got for you as far as the NRL standings go? Of course, round one, just the one game played for each team in the NRL competition. And we will get the full ladder for you right now and go through it after. We're going to cover this in depth all year, mind you, as we've got our Unreal Rugby League productions coming to you across the weekend. So I hope you can join us for that. Chooks included in the packages there. And going through the ladder after one round of competition, it is the Titans leading things off and somewhat expected by this somewhat commentator of the natural events going on around us. That's the Titans leading it off purely on for and against, of course, half the competition on 2. There were no draws, but a couple of golden points in the first round of competition. Titans, however, 18-0 over the Cowboys. Cowboys sitting in last spot. We can work our way into the middle here. Titans up the top. Broncos in second. Of course, getting up, what was it, 18 points to 6 there over the Eels. And yeah, sitting in second there with the Bulldogs, Seagulls, Storm, Roosters in 6th on their for and against of +4. And the Dragons back in 7th after their golden point win along with the West Tigers. That leaves the Sharks and the Knights sitting there on 9th and 10th with their -1. And then the Bunnies -4 after we brought it to you in the last segment. And of course the Raiders went down by 5, 24-19 there to the Melbourne Storm. We're laying off them this season. The Warriors, that was a surprising one, them going down to the Seagulls by 6 over there in New Zealand. And yeah, the Panthers getting chased down in the end by the Bulldogs, getting up 22-14. I think you'll find that full-time score was there. What do you got, audio? She's still going? Oh, brilliant stuff. Working on the timer. He's got the stopwatch happening. Love it. Okay, so yeah, well, we've got one thing left to cover for you, and it's pretty easy to do. Game 3 of the Commonwealth Bank one-day triangular series. This is cricket, for those of you not familiar, and if you're not familiar, you will be soon, because 2020 is taking over the world, and we'll save that for another show, because the IPL, the Indian Premier League, that's coming to us thick and fast in the next few weeks, so stand by for all that action. And we'll have that T20 Championship coming up. Of course, all the league leaders, the champions from around the world, playing underway on the back of that IPL competition. So it's going to be a big year in cricket, no matter what happens. Of course, we are moving out of the Australian cricket season, but it won't stop as far as we're concerned. If you're a cricket fan, stick with us. We'll have it all for you, including this one, the third one-day, coming to us from the Adelaide Oval. We hope to have that live there for you. And, yes, no, I won't be joining you for that one, but I'll certainly tune in for it. And yes, the Aussies host Sri Lanka in this one. The third game needed, the third final needed, after they are tied 1-1 in 2 thrilling affairs. And the first one up there at the Gabba, going against us. And what do you know, the one over there at the Adelaide Oval the other day, likewise going against us. And at the last of the regular season games, what do you know, going against us. We got every other head-to-head tip, the Tipping Council. So looking to finish strongly. And what did they say there in Moneyball last night? No one remembers you if you lose the last game.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of
Sydney! Yes, that's right. Yes, well, we'll move on through. We've given the bunnies enough of a hammering. You can catch all that action on the page. Chooks, chooks. Tubing to you. Via that page and via the tube that goes to you. Just look for Wabbit Season. Rightio, we've got other stuff to bring you now. As far as site news goes, let's get through this first. That other thing, that other competition, the one we kicked it off with, there'll be an update on that soon. You'll catch that next week, I'm told, so stand by for that one. And we've told you how you can contact us, of course. That results section will be calculated and tabulated before our next broadcast, so stand by for a furrow there. You like that one? Furrow there? Yes, of course. Thorough fair of results coming to you thick and fast in the next few hours on that underneath that results tab. And what else is there as far as, well, there's plenty for you, of course, coming to you in the video format and right across the pages, right across your mobile devices now, and right across various sources out there infecting the internet. It's unbelievable stuff. Get back to that, of course. We'll keep you updated as far as all that other stuff goes, and we'll get to that just now as we are tubing to you the second time tonight. Look, wanted to get to this. Not this, but what's coming up after it.
lonely as I am, together we cry.
I have an update on a big name moving towards, apparently, it's rumoured, breaking this afternoon. I tell you what, our female audience will be interested in that one. But wanted to go through this first. Of course, you will be catching us tubing to you over the next whatever. And yeah, wanted to run through this because it was certainly of interest to me when presented. Where's this from? Audio? That's from the Social Times, is it? Brilliant stuff. Social Times. Now published midway last year, keep in mind. I wanted to go back to this one. There have been updated versions to it, as most recently as December of last year. 2011, that'd be, or 2011 as we were calling it back then. But yeah, look, I wanted to go back to this one midway through last year because it was basically the most detailed and the easiest to bring to you, and it wasn't that much different except for the top spot being knocked off. Now what I'm about to go through here is the top 10 highest earners per year, looks to be. Actually, I'll just get a read on that, thanks audio. Yes, well, looks to be averaged out on a salary basis. So this will be since coming into inception. I refer to the YouTube Partners program. Now, I heard murmurs about this in the past, but fair dinkum. Of course, once it was being brought to my attention that we were going down this path, did a little bit of my own research, and there's some earners. There are some earners. I'll give them, and we'll pass it on to you, of course, expressing everything that your hard-earned dollar needs to know, even if you haven't quite got one. And of course, get on there with Freelancer. Links spread right across our pages. There's plenty of job opportunities going on around your keyboard, let me give you the tip. You'll find them spread right across our pages. Just look for those Freelancer links. But yeah, we'll cover that on another show. I want to get through this. And we'll cover them from the bottom, shall we? Thank you, audio. No, don't be rude. Brilliant stuff, audio. Oh, he's struggling right now. And dragging the rest down, as he tends to do. Right, now. Speaking of dragging, what have you done to the control panel? Leading off with Natalie Tran, and what do you know, Natalie comes to us from Oz. She's a Vietnamese Australian who boasts over 278.8 million upload views, 747,000 subscribers according to the Social Times of August last year. Ranked in at number 10, and keep in mind this is just apparently, according to their earnings calculations by their own mathematory gurus, 101 grand off just ad banners. Now that's doing alright. So good on you, Natalie. I think she's our only representative in the top 10, and we'll go up them for you. She kicks us off at 101 per annum. Thank you, audio, under time restraints now, as we, yes, we're marking things up here. Right, coming to number 9, and, well, I've got to say, I haven't heard of any of these people, but, well, I expect to. The Young Turks, 112,000 per annum these blokes are on, and it's the longest running online talk show about politics with a liberal twist, apparently. Of course, liberal having a completely different meaning over here to what it does over there, on the other side of the world, where things get upside down as far as we're concerned. And yeah, this show is, well, I won't go into details, but over 13 million hits per month. They're doing all right, the Young Turks. This is good reading, this stuff. Social Times it's come to us from August of last year. Now, number 8, coming in at 113,000. There's a group named Smosh, and first sketch is comedy duo to hit YouTube, and as I say, I won't go into details, you'll find it out there on the Social Times apparently, but with over 1.7 million subscribers, that's our K9 companion joining us, expert commentary and analysis, and 60.3 million viewers. Fair dinkum. Yeah, this is just, now keep in mind, this is just ad banners, so I hope you've got a webcam. Fair dinkum, get going. What are you doing? There's an earn out there, hard earn, possibly. Well done, audio. Time restraints, he's working them well. And we come to Mediocre Films in at number 7. I like that name. 116 per annum these blokes are doing. Another comedy channel. And what have we got here? What's their little tidbit? As I just read through it. Brilliant. You can't plough on up yet, audio. Now you can. Well, according to the Social Times, Mediocre Films not too happy about being listed up at number 7. And keep in mind, they've done their own calculations apparently, or got it to them, or relayed to them from somewhere else. And we might just check that as we get towards number 1 here, but yeah, disputing the findings apparently. 116,000 they've got Mediocre Films listed at, with an asterisk, let's say. Moving on up to number 6, Shay Carl. Well, father of 3 from Idaho. Ah, good on him. Radio DJ until he started to broadcast videos of his comedy routines. He's going great guns at 140,000 per annum. He needs to listen to a radio executive he sells.
Won't you kiss me once, baby?
Audio pushing for the love song dedications. And as we come to you in a 24-hour loop, who knows what will happen. Coming to you thick and fast, and now under time restraints, our audio technician. He's doing things nicely. It's under 10%. Right, Fred comes in at number 5. Well done, Fred. 146k. That's what Fred's on. And let's get a bit of a read on Fred here. Apparently popular with some, not too popular with most, but either way he's raking it in at that 146k and 1.9 million subscribers. A character named Fred, and he's a 6-year-old boy apparently. Oh, I'll tell you what, get out there and Google these things yourself. I might do so after the broadcast. But we've got Ryan Higger on 150k a year. Fair income, who needs to be a trust fund baby? Grab your webcam right now. Who needs hard earned? It's right out there for you. Well, we're going to have to check these people out, audio, because they might be doing it hard earned. Yes. Well, what have we got here about Ryan Higger? As far as his subscribers go, 2.6 million. And what is he? Right, mostly funny music videos, parodies and sketch comedy. That's interesting. That's interesting. We've spoken about the pipeline, but coming to you on the tube soon. Stuff. Sketch comedy, eh? Rightio, our canine companion needing attendance. If anyone's up there in the green room. Philip DeFranco in at 181k, also known as Sexy Phil. Now, I had heard about this bloke. Voted World Sexiest Geek by Wired.com readers. And, yeah, how does he go? Well, 342 million upload views and 1.6 million subscribers. That sounds like a lot.
A game you just can't win.
Well done, Audio. He's pushing hard for his love song dedications. And he doesn't mind who he takes aim at now that he knows about his little earn in what's going on here at the hard earned tip. Our little shareholder stakes in our betting systems. You'll catch the betting systems segment. And we get Clive back in. Clive Tenenbaum from BET coming to us for one more time before he heads back over there to the States. California, I do believe. And he'll be coming back to us in another month's time. But he'll be updating us as to what's going on with our betting systems. We brought him to you a week or two back, and yeah, brought you all the detail on that. Coming up on the pages soon will be the details of the 2012 betting systems. But anywho, we're getting towards the big end of town here as far as tubing to you goes. Keep in mind, this is just banner advertising, and well, this says it all really. The Annoying Orange comes in at number 2. $288,000 per annum, the second highest grossing YouTube partner. And well, what do? 236.3 million upload views and 1.1 million subscribers. It's exactly what it sounds like, apparently. A talking orange. That is really annoying. Brilliant stuff. Why didn't I think of it, Audio? Why didn't you bloody think of it? I'll tell you what, I was saying to someone earlier, you remember the aprons that come out, oh, it would have been 25 years ago now. Yeah, the aprons with the, that bloke, I'm pretty sure he bought an island in the end. It's like the paperclip man. But capping us off, and yeah, keep in mind, this was of August last year, 2011 or 2011 as it was back then. But this bloke's still up there, apparently now listed at number 2. One of the reasons I didn't want to bring that updated one to you is because the newly head honcho has an undisclosed amount. So what's the fun in that? Shane Dawson caps us off, 315,000, and I know he's around about that mark in the last count come December. But Shane Dawson, highest grossing YouTube star, making an estimated $315,000 in advertising revenue just from his banners. 22 years old, out of California. What about this? 1.8 million subscribers and 361.5 million upload views. Yes, that is hard-earned, Audio. He has earned that 315, and well done to you, champion. Yeah, that's apparently been released by Tube Mogul. Their sources coming to Social Times there. Yes, Google that one for yourself. Now, rightio, we've got other stuff to cross to before we wind up for the night here in ye olde Sydney townie. And the morning for those of you spread across the Americas, and late afternoon getting there for those of you in Europe. Rightio, what have we got? Audio? Yes, we promised this to you. And drum roll for the young ladies listening, and there, for some reason, are a few of you. We've got our own entertainment report here. Keep Pixie Fed on hold, because who needs it when we've got groundbreaking stuff like this? No, it's not a scoop. We do deliver the odd one there. It's been a while. But no, this one coming to us late this afternoon, and we thought we'd chuck it in for a fun one to finish with. Audio, that's your cue there to get something for us. I'm sure you will. And, yeah, moving to Oz, apparently. What about this? Yes, it's a massive OMG, as I heard someone else quote earlier. You got the drum roll? Classy stuff, as always, here on the tip. And don't chuck this one in. Brilliant stuff. Who wrote that crap? Zac Efron, moving to Oz. Rumoured. That's our entertainment report. 87th hard-earned tip. We're getting set to wrap it up right now. What do you got? Yes, I'm not quite sure if you're... oh, we'll have to check that one. Oh, is it really? Well, we've got another exciting broadcast to bring to you in the next couple of days. It'll be the 88th show, Expo 88. And together we'll show the world. Not many people familiar with that these days. It's a bit of an in-joke. And I've distracted myself. Yes, thank you, Audio, for that reminder. Generous stuff by you. Well, we'll have all the updates as we innovate and come to you, inspiring your investment thick and fast. The Guru is going gangbusters here on the site. And yeah, we'll try and update you as best we can as to what's going on there across our pages and across other people's pages as we infect the internet electronically. Unbelievable stuff. Getting set to wind things up, just doing a final breeze of all the cards. Zac Efron, unbelievable. How did that make the cut? And yes, sporting matters, political affairs, money concerns. We'll have our business bit coming back to you on the next broadcast. For I've just named our Expo 88 broadcast audio. Expo 88 edition, yes, thank you. And we'll have that for you, well, most likely within the next 24 hours. And tubing to you, of course, spread across what may one day be the partners. After bringing you that list, I tell you what, I see why I had that presented to me. Well, I saw why I had that presented to me as soon as I saw that particular page. So I wanted to cover that one for you. And yeah, if you need some hard-earned, well, get on to Freelancer there. Plenty of things there for you. Of course, we've got other stuff. No Pay Poker and our punting partners, Centrebet and TAB Sportsbet. Find their punting promotions spread right across our pages, no matter what your punting poison. They've got a little snag promo there for you to get on the go through. And yeah, we'll get going. We're going to right now, winding things up for the 87th time. We thank you for joining us. We hope you can catch us live on the next one. We've got those same times for the rest of the week before they will be changed. Of course, 11 PM Sydney time, 12 PM London or UK time, and well, 5 hours back there for those of you in the States. 7 AM New York time or East Coast in the Americas, and 4 AM for the West Coast. As I say, it's been an action-packed one, and the punches will keep rolling on for the 88th, the Expo 88 edition. Hope you can join us for all the in-jokes and more. Hope we can include you with them. Contact us live at any time via the Contact Us tab. What do you know? A variety of options to which you can do so. Get on that forum in the meantime and send us your thoughts there. And of course, call us at any time. Get on those contact lists. Send us your audio thoughts, video thoughts, any tips, ideas, otherwise, or any other anywho, you know what to do. TheHardEarnedTip.com, you can make your opinion heard right here across any number of our productions coming to you on TheHardEarnedTip.com. Now, once again, a network. This is What Do You Know? The Hard Earned Tip with me, Chookveld, and this bloke, Audio. Signing off and saying a goodbye to you, or a whole bunch of other stuff in other languages that mean the same thing. Until the next one, hooroo, catch ya, and goodbye. Yes, bye for now.